Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. It has been quite a long time since I've filmed and upload on YouTube. I know I've just really been uninspired recently, so I've been just taking that time for me. And I finally had an idea recently that I just wanted to come on here and review about like 10 glitch in the matrix TikToks with you guys. Because like I'm not gonna lie, like I don't immediately believe every single one I see, but some of them are really cool. Some of them don't really make like no explanation for some of them, and then some of them I kind of feel like they might not necessarily be like glitch in the matrix, but they might actually have like some type of paranormal aspect to them. But yeah, so I like the genre. It's entertaining, so I decided why not come and talk to you guys about it. Oh my goodness. It's been quiet outside all day today, and of course, as soon as I want to film, they're gonna start construction somewhere. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is probably just have it on the screen somewhere either side of me, and we'll just watch these together, and I will just talk about them in between or whatever. So yeah, if you're interested in reviewing some videos with me, just keep watching. So let's get started with number one.
So a month or two ago, my boyfriend and I were on a walk and we came across this treehouse, okay? I've lived in the same house my entire life, so for 20 years. I've walked in this area a million times, I've taken pictures here, and I've never seen this treehouse before. I brought it up to my parents, they've never seen the treehouse. So we were like, what the heck? And we go up to the treehouse, we start like poking around. Whoever's treehouse this is, like didn't want people in it, I guess. The rope ladder was like thrown up into it, so my boyfriend had to climb up to pull the rope ladder down for us to climb up in it and like poke around. I don't want to say the treehouse looks 50 years old, but it's definitely not new. Like I would have seen it before if it was here. Someone in my family would have seen it. The wood is kind of rotted and there's old, freaky, spooky toys on the floor. Like the beheaded doll in the middle of the floor. There's also like rusty tin boxes.
So just from the look of all that, like this does look really old. So yeah, let's just keep watching.
It was just a spooky and stuff. It was just a spooky vibe, you know, never seen this thing. It's full of old, like, dirty, freaky toys. So I make the joke, like, LOL, what if we're in a horror movie, like, we're the only ones who can see the treehouse, and it just disappears, like, we come back and it's gone. The treehouse is not there. I immediately called my dad. I'm like, remember that time I told you about that? And he was like, yeah, but I never went and looked at it. So no one has seen this treehouse except my boyfriend and I. So anyway, here is the location. That is what it looked like, and I'm fixing to go show you that spot right now. So this is where it was. It would have been between these two trees right here. In this video, you can see where it's wedged between the trees. I would have set my phone like right about here to take that video, and as you can see, there's not a treehouse. The only logical thing I can think of is someone built a treehouse with old dirty wood and then filled it with old dirty toys and then tore it down. But I think this is public land, so who would do that? Like, the city wouldn't do. If you've seen the treehouse, please message me.
What the fuck? She posted that on Friday the 13th, by the way. And I got that video sent to me so many times. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's a freaky glitch of the Matrix. She literally said that she's lived there for 20 years and has never once seen this treehouse. And the only people who did see the treehouse were her and her boyfriend. She told her family and her friends they never saw this treehouse. And then when she went back, the treehouse was gone. That's fucking creepy, you guys. There's been some weird glitches. I also want to show you this.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there because like this is obviously another video too. So I did read the comments because with every video I did decide to save, I didn't want them to be obviously fake. So I did go through the comments, and like one commenter made the comment that this could be like for a movie and to like not believe everything obviously, but then like somebody else commented like saying that that was also not true. So this is kind of like person to person basis if you want to believe that particular video. If that is in fact true though, that is wild. The exact angles, the camera angles to show exactly where it was, that really kind of was unsettling to see. So yeah, that's the first video. I collected all these videos yesterday, by the way, so I'm like freshly going through them again. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna have on mute But as you can see, it looks like somebody is teleporting. They just kind of pop up with that little force field looking thing behind them. And my thoughts for this is, once again, I read the comments and some people were saying like maybe it was a green screen somehow and this guy just like walked out from behind the green screen. And I really don't, I've never worked with green screens, so I don't really know how they work like that, and I cannot confirm nor deny. I just think that that's a really cool video, and if it's real, that's wild. I don't think that time travel is a thing yet. I don't know though, because there are some like pictures and evidence that seems pretty like wild, but like I'm not gonna sit down and say like I 100% believe in time travel because I don't. Okay, let's see the next one.
I just had my first glitch in the matrix moment. This is crazy. So last night, my 9-year-old daughter had hot cocoa. Okay. She had a little chocolate spoon that came with it. It was a gift from a teacher. She mixed it in there, and then after a while, she was done with her hot cocoa. Whenever I was washing her cup out, I noticed that the little chocolate spoon was still in there, and it was like halfway melted. So what I did was I made the water really hot, I melted it, and I washed out the cup. So the spoon disappeared after I washed it, okay? It is now the next morning, and sorry, it's now the next morning, and I opened up my dishwasher to get something out. Guess what I found inside the dishwasher? I found the chocolate spoon in the dishwasher. I didn't even wash the cup in the dishwasher last night. I made the spoon disappear. So how is there another one?
So, okay, the only logical explanation I can think is like maybe the daughter had another one and like she sounded young. You could hear her in the back of the video. And maybe she like just threw it in there because I know kids do stuff like that. So maybe that's like a logical explanation. But if there is no backstory like that, then this is just creepy. Like, that's just weird. I think I would freak out if I was her. This next one, I'm gonna just go ahead and say my opinion before the video even starts because once again, this is just weird. Like, it's something that could have a logical explanation. Like, maybe there's a string on this bird or a really strong spider web. I don't know, but like I feel like there could be some type of logical explanation. In the comments, people were like saying like maybe it's a drone somehow, some way. I don't know. But this one I'm taking like more with a grain of salt because it's weird. It's freaky. It's weird.
Please, somebody tell me what in the living bejesus my daughter's boyfriend recorded tonight on his way to his lifeguard training. It's a dead bird and it's floating in the sky.
Oops.
Yeah, just looking at this view so far, like low-key, there could be a lot of different wires. It looks like that there could be a string somehow attached. But let's keep.
That's freaking weird, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, like there's someone else taking a picture.
Right? It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any like. I don't see anything like.
Right?
It looks like it's actually above the lines, the wires. It looks like it's actually above them. What the hell?
Alright, well, I'm ready to drive.
Yeah. What if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's go before it just drops on us.
Yeah, so that one's just kind of weird. Ugh. Okay, so this one is a glitch in the matrix slash like time jump because apparently there are different like glitches that actually have like names or whatever. So this is like what's considered a time jump story, and I think I have a few of these because they're really disturbing. Like they're usually surrounded by like death. So like they're basically dead in their universe or dimension, and then like pop into another dimension where they're still alive or something, and it's weird. So let's just watch this.
Can someone please explain this to me? I cannot stop thinking about this. It's been days. A couple nights ago, I was on my way home from work. I had just picked up my daughter. It was 8:30 and it's winter, so it's dark. And we live in a very rural area, so I was driving down a whole lot of nothing to get to where we live, and I turned onto the main road that leads into our little town. And as I was driving, out of nowhere, I got hit with like a massive adrenaline rush, as if I'd been hit by something. And then I was 3 miles ahead from where I thought I was. In the same moment, my 2-year-old daughter from the back seat, unprompted, she'd been silent the whole trip, goes, "Mommy, crash!" Excuse me? What? So anyway, I think I either jumped universes or there was a glitch in the Matrix, but if anybody has an explanation for me, I'd appreciate it, because...
What? Like, that just... The fact that both of them felt that... That's actually horrifying. That's actually, like, so scary, dude. Hell no. I would be traumatized from that. I've seen a few videos like this one before. I think they're cute. I think they could be easily faked. But I think they're kind of like, they're interesting, you know. And this one is one of the more like believable ones to me for whatever reason. Because some of them, like I say, like, they could kind of easily be faked. But this one's like really distinct. So that's why I'm more likely to believe this one. Anyways, let's get to watching.
Guys. Okay, so remember when I got my nails done like a week ago or 2 weeks ago? Which I'm gonna get a fill soon. Anyways, I still have all of them. Hold on, let me show. I still have all of my nails, right? So then why do I have this nail? Bruh, like where did this come from? Like this, I found it on my bed.
That's literally the same nail.
Where did this nail come from?
Yeah, so that one's just like, it's wild, but it could be faked, you know. And this one is a glitch in the Matrix, but one of those that I feel like is kind of has like a more paranormal element to it. I have another one of those videos where it could easily be like more paranormal than like glitch in the Matrix. It's creepy. This is creepy. I would hate if this happened to me, but in a way it kind of looks like she blows. And then, like, for whatever reason, the blow, like, lags. But, like, I doubt that that's what happens. But, like, it kind of does look like that. But this is kind of bad quality. So she could easily be just, like, making a face. And it's just hard to tell. But anyways, just watch this. And let me know what you guys think. Because this one could just be, like, somehow, like, her blow lagged. Or there's definitely, like, a ghost blowing.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Like, was that a blow or was that a face? I don't know. Everybody's confused because what the hell just happened? Like, I'm gonna watch that one more time. Because, like, she's literally, she blows, she smiles, she looks up and smiles again. I'm, like, slowing this down and watching it slow motion. And she's, like... The candles blew out, like, a good 2 to 3 seconds after she made that possible blowing face. So, that's just creepy. Ooh. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. This one is pretty interesting. I probably won't play it all the way through because once we get to a certain point, you get it. Like, we don't have to watch the whole video. But this one's cool. I like these types.
Now guys, I'm actually shook. Please watch this to the end because my mind is actually blown and I need some answers. I honestly don't know what's going on with the universe at the minute, but honestly my life is just getting weirder and weirder. Like, weird shit just keeps on happening to me. The other day I had another like glitch in the Matrix, but I'm going to save that for another video now because this is literally just blown my mind. So basically the other day I built this wooden activity table for my son. I'll show you. So it's meant to come with 3 red, 3 blue and 3 green, and the last few days I've literally just not been able to see the green anywhere. Since I set it up, I've literally just not even seen the green ones, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought, cool, it's gonna turn up. So the red one I have seen probably just around my house somewhere, but the 3 green squares have literally just gone missing since I set this toy out for him, and I've not thought anything of it. I just thought, cool, they'll probably turn up. My son has got a obsession of throwing things in the bin at the moment, but now I've got the fun job of raiding through the bins before I chuck them out. So I definitely know that they've not been thrown away. They're literally, I've just tidied up my whole house and they're literally nowhere to be seen. But that's not even the weird part. The weird part is this. So this morning as I was tidying up, these were just like all laying about on the floor and I was putting them back. And then I noticed that for some reason there was 3 more extra ones. Like, please tell me where the hell have these extra 3 come from? Like, they don't even fit on top. They literally don't even fit. Like, 3 green ones have gone missing and now 3 triangle ones have just literally appeared out of nowhere. And list the box so you can see it's meant to come with 3 red, 3 blue, 3 green, and literally there's now 6 triangle pieces. Like seriously, what the fuck is going on? My mind is literally just blown. I feel like I'm being punked or something. Like, there is something like...
Yeah, so you get the point. I don't have to keep playing it because it's another, like, basically minute of her just going on. But that was just wild. I love this one for whatever reasons. I love these, like, the videos where something multiplies. I don't know why I love them so much. Once again, stuff like this can easily be faked, but the thought of it is so cool to me. Like, I definitely saw some while like searching for these videos that I was like, that's not even the exact same thing. The ones where they were the exact same things, like I've seen other videos where this girl had a Mac pen or Apple pen, whatever the hell they're called, with the end chewed off and missing, and 2 of those showed up out of nowhere. That one is crazy. There's other ones I've seen too that seem like pretty like legit. But yeah, so I love these. These are fun. I got 2 more left. 1 more, and this one is more of a paranormal one. And then I have a 2-part for the next one, but I have 2 more left. And for the first one that I feel like is more paranormal, it actually, like, when I watched it the first time, I jumped. Like, I jumped because of how forceful this child got pushed. It was like at the speed of light. It was weird, and it could be a glitch, but the video kind of proves in a way that it's not like a camera glitch, I mean. But it was just so forceful that it's like, what the hell pushed that baby? Like, let's watch.
A security camera records a child who's inside a crib when something downright creepy is captured. The child's mother had posted the following video as she doesn't know what to make of it. She was in the same room as her son when out of nowhere he began to cry. It wasn't until watching the footage that she was left disturbed. The mother writes, "I'm still trying to figure out if the camera glitched or something pushed my baby. This is what was caught." The child all of a sudden disappears from the camera's view. It appears that he was pushed over forcefully. The question,
like, that was just forceful. Like, that was so intense.
is though, what exactly had pushed him over? The cradle in the back continues to swing as the child vanishes from the frame, suggesting that this wasn't a glitch. If it was, then the swing would have skipped a frame, just like the child had. But, as you can see, not a single frame is skipped. So then, If this wasn't a glitch, then what was it?
So I'm gonna stop there so we don't see this child get pushed over again and again and again. But yeah, that's just creepy. Like, that leads more to like a ghost or something than a glitch in the Matrix for me personally. Either way, it's a big no. This last story is the 2-part story. This is also another like timeline hop or whatever they're called. This one is like kind of freaky, and I tend to not really keep up with like part 2 type videos if it's not interesting enough, but I feel like this one is definitely interesting enough. So let's get started.
Hi, welcome back to Glitch in the Matrix. This is part 6. This one is very lengthy, but it's called I Fell Off a Cliff, and when I was rescued, my entire reality was different. In February 2020, I was snowmobiling for the first time. My boyfriend at the time was driving all day and finally let me drive at the end of the trip. We had been dating for 2 months, and this was our first trip together. I'm going around the last bend, and I accidentally floor the snowmobile instead of pushing the brake. I go flying off a cliff and end up 50 feet down. The snowmobile is on top of me, upside down, still running with the bottom part spinning. My helmet has flown off my head and is 1 inch from a tree. I am terrified. My boyfriend managed to roll off the back at the last minute and is trying to save me, but the snow is really deep and he's having a hard time getting down from the steep cliff. My legs are fully submerged in snow with the snowmobile on top of me, and I'm not sure if I'm paralyzed. He calls for help and all these men run down to save me. When they finally pull me out, I can stand and it's the happiest moment of my life. I'm not paralyzed. I don't have as much as a scratch on me. Do I have a concussion? Maybe. It's hard to say. The snowmobile also miraculously has minimal damage, only the little plastic part is cracked. In hindsight, this moment is where everything changed for me, but you have to understand I didn't piece this together and come to this realization until months later. These are the differences.
This is where the story takes a really fucked up turn, not even gonna lie. Like, this is just awful. I would probably be checked into a mental hospital if I was this girl, because I would be insane. There's just no way I could live through all this and not go insane. Like, just get ready.
There was suddenly a pandemic. Everything was shut down within a few days. In my old timeline, there was a virus going around, but it had only impacted a few people, and it was similar to a norovirus or flu, not big enough to be worried about. I had a different job. At the time, I chalked it up to the pandemic. We were on the trip because I was about to start a new job. I had signed the contract and I knew what the role entailed. I was going to start the Monday after, but after the crash, I couldn't get a hold of my new boss for 9 months, and he finally told me I got the job in November, even though I had accepted in February. He also comments how I've never been into the office when he gave me a tour in January 2020 and we spent the day together. The role I'm in is completely different than the papers I signed. My loving, awesome boyfriend was physically abusive for the first time that night. He got blacked out and attacked me, choking me. He was crying the next day, and nothing like this had ever happened before. I thought he was traumatized from the crash and let it go. That was another thing that was different. I would have never let that go before. I come from a very loving childhood where my dad was my best friend always. I would have never put up with that before the crash and was shocked I did. In the old timeline, I was on a low dose of Effexor, Xanax, and blood pressure medication. I don't take any medication at all in this timeline. Over the next year, a series of weird...
Like, that's wild. I also take daily medication, and all of a sudden I didn't. I don't know how she didn't go through withdrawals, number one. But number two, like, I would definitely be questioning my sanity if I remembered taking medication and then all of a sudden didn't. Like, some of these other things can be chalked up to, like, bad memory, I guess. Or, like, a head injury, you know, but that's just wild. No.
Weird things that don't make any sense keep happening to the point I start to feel suspicious. I all of a sudden have an incurable disease I didn't have before. I'm in pictures I have no idea what the context is. I'm wearing clothes I don't own anymore. My friends have memories of me I don't share, and I'm getting more and more depressed. Boyfriend keeps physically abusing me and I can't get out of it. I have no will to save myself. I just keep thinking, this can't be my life. This isn't my life. It just felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. And I finally look at Reddit and realize I died in the snowmobile crash, and this is an alternate timeline I'm in. I'm so sorry. I'm running out of time, but there's like so much more to this story. If you want me to do a part 2, just let me know.
Okay, part 2.
Hi guys, this is part 2 of part 6 of this story. So this is where I left off. I just start to agree with friends when they say, remember when you said this and when we went here and did this, but I have no recollection. My cat skins are normal at this point after visiting the ER. To be honest, I wasn't the most observant person to begin with. A new couch could be in the living room for days and I wouldn't notice, so when all the stores and shops are different in one area of the town, I don't know if it was always there or new. I finally work up the nerve to tell my sister, who is surprisingly supportive. She asked what else is different. There was a song in the other timeline. It was a very popular song by Shania Twain or Sheryl Crow type. Anyone would know it. I sing it to her with the lyrics and tell her we always used to listen to the song growing up. She has no recollection of it. I type the words into Google and the song doesn't exist here. The longer I'm in this timeline, the more I forget the words and the melody of the old song. Also, there was no iPhone 13 in the other timeline because Steve Jobs was superstitious and it was supposed to go from iPhone 12 to iPhone 14. I notice little glitches like that are stupid and don't matter. How do I feel about it now? I've accepted my new reality. I feel bad for my sister and parents in the old timeline that they're dealing with my death in a freak snowmobile accident. But there's nothing I can do. Trying to find them again would be like trying to walk from Canada to Australia with no map. Impossible and waste of time. I'm just trying to make my reality the best I can now. It clearly for some reason wasn't my time to die. I was always agnostic before this, but didn't believe in different timelines. I thought movies like The Butterfly Effect and Run Lola Run were dumb concepts, but I don't rule out anything ever. Edit. A few people asking questions. I'll answer best I can. First, no, I'm not with that guy anymore. He is dumped and blocked. To answer questions about the iPhone, here is my comment to another user. Jobs died in 2011 in the old timeline as well, but he had planned out the designs for the phone way past when he died because he knew he had cancer. He had an elaborate release plan for the phones in the future. Did he not hear? And yes, he designed them so that the iPhone 13 would be skipped because he was superstitious. Have I been to therapy? Yes. I've been to multiple therapists, psychiatrists, counselors. I can't find any evidence of the effects or prescription I had and don't know who would have prescribed it. The bottles were just gone. I don't rule out that I bumped my head and some bad shit happened to the world after that. This is just my theory. I see a lot of people saying, I want to believe you, but I mean, that's really your choice. It doesn't impact me either way. Just want to share my story.
Now that story is just completely downright freaking disturbing. Like, I got chills listening to it this second time around. I don't know why that story... Yeah, I do know why that story freaks me out so much. That is just horrible. That sucks. Like, in a way, it's like your original life was stolen. Ugh. Hate it, hate it. So that was all the videos that I collected. I can definitely do like more videos like this or like a part 2. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. If it's not, that's fine, no worries. I just really wanted to do something chill and laid back for my first video back, just to really get into the swing of things, get used to filming and talking to a camera again, and get used to editing and all that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching if you made it to the very end, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.